Hi everyone, welcome to the heart of my home. This is my stove right here. If you just saw the last video, you know that I just had a cupping therapy today. I also did a self-massage with castor oil, and then I did the limb exercise with the ProPulse trainers. Okay, now I'm going to be breaking my fast, so I'm going to tell you how I do it. I generally try to eat one meal a day, but it takes, kind of end to end a couple hours before I have my last bite. Okay, so this is a typical meal that I have. I try to aim for 2,500 calories. I try to aim for 170 grams of protein and at least 100 grams of fat for the brain. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I eat. First off, I'm going to start by saying that I just use cast iron pans. Okay, the other ones emit metals, some of them less than others, but I use these cast iron. And then from the Salvation Army, I picked up a couple of these plates here so I can contain the grease. Okay? So what we have here, as I told you, the goal is to get to 2,500 calories. Okay, that is 2 pounds of meat. Okay, I have 3 eggs here. Okay, that is beef tenderloin. Okay, just your general high-end ground beef from Costco, whatever they sell in the 600-gram packages. That's 1.5 pounds. I have some blueberries, and I'll show you what I do with them. I like to just have a few bites of sauerkraut. Before I start off, I take, these are 60 milliliters, okay? I take about 20 milliliters. It feels like a shot of alcohol. It's that strong, but it cleanses the system, in my opinion. I do cooking with beef tallow, okay? So this one here is just regular. That was about $13 for 2 pounds or so. And this one here was Angus, so that was more expensive. That was about $19, okay? Peanut butter, okay? I like this peanut butter here because it's in glass, but I'm trying to save a little bit of money. So I went with this Kirkland Signature. And just for bites on the side, this Rainforest butter is really good. I like that it has Brazilian nuts because that has, I believe, good psyllium count. Psyllium. Okay. I do take about 5,000 IUs, 3,000 to 5,000 IUs. Now one of these is gel capsules, this one, and this one here is just solid pill form. So not sure which one is absorbed better, but when you do take vitamin D3, you are going to want to take that with sauerkraut or something, a supplement like vitamin K2, MK7, okay? So I try to take these every day. Every single human cell has a vitamin D receptor. Don't ever be low on vitamin D, okay? Now I have some butter, so I use that a bit sparingly for cooking, but if I'm having a blueberry toast, I cake it up with some of this nice butter, okay? Also, I do have some honey, so I put that on my eggs to make it like a pancake. I put it on my toast, and I'll put it on the chicken to make honey chicken, okay? If I want to go top of the line, okay, top shelf, organic maple syrup, okay, I'll bust that out as needed, okay? Now, with the bread, I am quite particular on, okay? This is Silver Hills, which I like. This one here is a little bit cheaper, a little bit more value. So experimenting with both of those, really happy with it. It is pretty clean. And so I'm going to start off with the grilled cheese. I do have the creamy Havarti, okay? So I'm going to show you how I do my absolutely delicious, stunning grilled cheese. Hi everyone, just ready to start off here with the grilled cheese. I'm going to show you how I do it. So we have the cheese here, we have the bread, and we're going to be using the beef towel. This one's not open, so we're going to use this one first. Okay. So what I do here, that's actually pretty thick. So I use these bigger knives because if not, they can bend. Okay. So I'm going to use this smaller pan here. I'm going to clean that a little bit more as I get it going, right? But I'm going to turn on the stove right now. And the next time you see us, we're going to be having a bit of beef towel in there. Now, paper towel is your friend, okay? We have the keeper of the paper towel there. And this can actually get stuck because when it gets cold, if there's a little bit of this thick beef towel, it can get, it can make the gum, it can make the top gummed up, okay? So we're gonna pop this in. Now I am using this as my butter, so that's why I have a lot on there, and that'll be absorbed up by the bread then. This is the Kirkland Signature bread, so it's a little bit bigger. I did pull out 4 slices here. I'm gonna have two rather, with my grilled cheese, and I'll probably have one with peanut butter, and then I'll probably have one with the blueberries. So I have pulled out 4 toasts right there. Now with the cheese, it's nice because they have these separators here. What I did is I took out 3 slices, okay? This is a good source of calcium, so I'm happy to have the cheese, and the bread is a good source of calcium as well. Okay, you need a lot of calcium, but 1,000 milligrams per day. Now what I do is I do 1.5. That would be 1.5 right there. This is broken up because the slices would be overloaded. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we have our beef towel. I'm gonna put that there. We're gonna put our cheese on here. We're gonna let this cook like the best grilled cheese you've ever seen. Okay. Now while we have our grilled cheese cooking, we're gonna prepare the eggs. The eggs will be going on next. Okay. If I have a bit of milk, I'll put a little bit in there as well. Okay. So this is all set up now. It's ready to beat. Okay. Now with the beef, I let it sit out. I put salt on it and let it sit out for up to 24 hours before cooking it. I want it to be room temperature. I want it to relax. I've never had an issue. I mean, you could get E. coli. Anything's possible. But for me, I leave it out. For chicken, I would only leave it out for, 12, 15 hours tops. you know. Sometimes the meat gets left out for 2 days and it's still good. Okay. I want to talk to you guys about condiments. Okay. This right here is Bubby's horseradish. Okay. It's absolutely delicious. You buy it cold. It's already fermented. Okay. This is Bubby's relish. Okay. You also buy that cold. It's good. This is the mustard that I like. It's German. Okay. I'll probably have to go back to whatever Costco has because I want to save a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. I get that from Zayre's, from Loblaws. Okay. We have some pink salt. We have some pepper. Okay. And we have Evo. And we have balsamic vinegar. Now what I do here, okay, is I put my grilled cheese in that, okay, on the bottom. And then on the top, I'll splash it with this, okay? Let's take a look and see how our grilled cheese is doing right now. Okay, we have that nice beef towel. The other type of oil that I would be willing to use is chicken fat. And that actually doesn't boil as quickly, so there's less chance for the little oil shots to fire off. Okay, so we're gonna just take a look at this here. Okay, it's gonna be a tiny bit premature, but let's do it anyways. Okay. Okay, and so I'll still have enough oil in there next to do my eggs, and I'll be beating those eggs up right shortly. It's time. Okay, I turned off the stove because I don't want it to be too hot. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this half piece of cheese and I'm just going to lay it in on top. Okay, then what I'm going to do is put a cover on here. Okay, and I'll turn it back on and just keep it on low heat. Okay, we have our grilled cheese ready right here. Okay, so we are going to and then what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to let it rest, but I'm going to cut it up into the 3. Okay. No, I don't want to eat burnt chunks, but I'm not too worried about a little bit. But if I can peel any burnt pieces out, I'll take them out. Okay, everyone, our eggs are almost ready. Now, I'm going to put a plate on here so that it continues cooking. Sauerkraut is great if you have indigestion. Okay, a lot of people don't realize that acidity, acid reflux, is because you don't have the right balance of acidic food. So sauerkraut is right up there. You do have to be careful with acidic foods and with pork, that they can have a high histamine quantity. So be aware of that. I like this. I'm going to prepare a little bit of raw organic sauerkraut in a side bowl right now. And this will be enough here. Okay, 3 or 4 spoonsful. As I believe I already indicated, I do salt up my meat, the red meat, the beef, and the chicken before cooking it as I leave it out. So that's why I didn't salt it up right now. Okay. Now I could have added a bit of beef towel in there, and I will for when I cook my toast. Okay, I cook the toast in beef towel on the frying pan. For the other ground beef, I'm going to use this big frying pan. So we're going to let that keep cooking. Okay. Preparing here for the ground beef. Okay, make sure you never put grease down the drain. Okay, what I do is I have my jars at the top here that I keep. Okay, and then I'll use them as needed to put the grease in. Okay. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching, and cheers for years.